huge win across the country for Democrats last night. Huge fucking win. I like to use local elections the year before midterms to kind of gauge how I feel midterms will play out. If Democrats show up like they did last night nationwide, and independents continue to lean on the blue side of voting, it is going to be a blue fucking landslide for midterms. Fuck a blue wave. It is going to be a blue landslide at midterm. And statistically, less people show up for local elections than they do for like a big midterm election. So I think there will be more Democrats that show up next year and more independents that show up and vote blue next year as well. I also hope the Republican Party realizes how damaging Donald Trump is to their party. If that didn't show you something last night, I don't know what's going to show you. People hate him. Across the board, people hate him. The only people who are like still licking his boots are MAGA. Republican candidates. This man is detrimental to your party. He has been, but if last night wasn't evident in reinforcement of that, really look at the statistics from last night's election. Detrimental. More so to candidates running for re-election for midterms that are Republican. Look how detrimental this man is to your party, and look at what backing him does to candidates for your party. People don't want this. People don't fucking... Let's be done with him, and let's get back to a normal Republican versus Democrat type of election. Republicans, your only chance, and I'm not a Republican, but this is my worded advice to you, your only chance for midterms is to get off the Trump train, start pushing back on him now, and showing your party that you're not standing for it. Because clearly, independents are siding on blue, siding for Dems, and if we continue to do that, and I'm so excited for Democrats, you're cooked for midterms. Cooked. You know what, on second thought, keep backing him. Keep doing it, because you're cooked. Love it. I was very nervous because I have election PTSD from last year, but seeing those results last night gave me a breath of fresh air. Breath of fresh air. And Prop 50. Go Cali.
Hello amazing people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sanavas. If it's your first time of coming here, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share, drop your comments in the comment section, turn on your notification bell so that you keep getting heads up and update from me. In this video today, we're going to be talking about a big win for the Democrats. The big win for the Democrats. This video is for educational purposes and not to lash on anyone. With that being said, credit belongs to the owners of the clips and stitches that I'll be attaching to this video. Let's dive into it now.
We have breaking news. Democrats are winning big in elections all across America. Tonight is undeniably historic. Let's go ahead and take a look at the wins that we've already gotten so far. Starting with Virginia, the Democrats have flipped it blue. Abigail Spanberger, a Democrat, has won her race for the governor's office, taking it from a Republican and beating the Republican in the race. Same thing goes for the lieutenant governor. That seat was also flipped blue after the Democratic nominee won their race as well. So far, Democrats have won the whole state. This is historic. Next state, Georgia. So far, the Democrats have won 2 public commission seats, flipping them once again from red to blue. This outcome was not on anybody's radar. This hasn't happened in Georgia for 25 years. Yet another historic victory with a Democrat sweeping win. Third state, New Jersey. Mickey Sherrill, a Democrat, once again, won her race for the position of the governor. This was the unlikely outcome. All of the headwind was against her, since this is the first time a Democrat has ever served as governor for 3 terms in a row in the state's history. Folks, that's it for now, but I'm going to keep you updated as we learn the outcomes of more of the elections being held in this country. Tonight, the Democrats are winning big. There is an undeniable blue wave flooding across America right now, and I couldn't be happier.
What it taught us is that the Democratic Party is a big tent party. It's an inclusive party. We have a man who is the first Muslim mayor of New York City, who is a very, very important politician. I think he's a very special politician, and I think people want change. And so he may not be the face of the Democratic Party, but what is the face of the Democratic Party? there are many faces. There are women, there are centrists, there are independents, there are Muslims, there are immigrants. And so I think that is a huge takeaway. The other huge takeaway for me that I don't think enough people are talking about is what happened in California with Prop 50.
Yeah, we're coming to that.
Yeah,
we're coming
yeah,
to that.
that for me was a huge takeaway, because that is the roadmap for how Democrats become the opposition party. You meet energy with energy. When they go low, you go lower. I am sorry, but that is where we are now. We need that opposition, and I think we saw that last night.
Democrats just kicked so much ass in this election. Do you feel that? That's called hope. That is the weightlifting. Let's just go through all the victories on the scoreboard, because damn, does it feel good. Abigail Spanberger is the next governor of Virginia. Virginia also flipped the lieutenant governor's seat blue. Mikey Sherrill is the next governor of New Jersey. And oh my God, in Georgia, for the first time in 25 years, they flipped 2 public service commission seats blue. And now the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, Zoran Mamdani is now the mayor of New York City. Millions of Americans from all over this country are standing in one unified voice saying, enough. Enough of the hate. Enough of the corruption. Enough of the relentless attacks on our democracy. Tonight, as a nation, we reject the Dumpty regime. We are done with the chaos and cruelty. We're choosing community over conspiracy, compassion over cruelty, and a future that works for all of us. We're going to celebrate the hell out of these wins. Dance in your kitchen. Hug your family. This victory is all of ours, but let's make a promise to each other. Let's take this incredible electric energy and promise not to let it fade, because we have exactly 365 days until the midterm elections, and we know what's coming. The other side has a full year to cook up new ways to sabotage our elections and suppress more votes, gerrymander more states, and twist the rules until they break. They're not going to try to win people over with better ideas, because they don't have any. So they're just going to try to make it harder for us to win. So tonight, we party, but tomorrow, we get back to work. We register more voters. We channel this hope into a force so organized, so determined, so unstoppable that nothing gets in our way. This fight goes on until this fascist regime is removed and a footnote in our history books. Our work continues until the laws of the land work for all of us, not just for the billionaires and oligarchs. Tonight, we proved we can win. We proved that grassroots will topple billion-dollar donations. We proved that we can change anything. Tomorrow, we carry this hope forward.
Did y'all see what Mamdani said after winning the election for mayor? Watch this.
For as long as we can remember, the working people of New York have been told by the wealthy and the well-connected that power does not belong in their hands. Fingers bruised from lifting boxes on the warehouse floor, palms calloused from delivery bike handlebars, knuckles scarred with kitchen burns. These are not hands that have been allowed to hold power. And yet, over the last 12 months, you have dared to reach for something greater. Tonight, against all odds, we have grasped it. The future is in our hands. My friends, we have toppled a political dynasty. I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life. But let tonight be the final time I utter his name as we turn the page on a politics that abandons the many and answers only to the few. New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change, a mandate for a new kind of politics, a mandate for a city we can afford, and a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that. On January 1st, I will be sworn in as the mayor of New York City.
I know that's right, Mom Donnie. And he better be sworn in on January 1st and not a day later. Do you hear me, little Mikey? We with the blue so hard right now, you would think we was crippin'. That's how bad Democrats blew Republicans out the water. They completely rejected Dookie Booty and any of his shitheads. I'm excited for the midterms now. This is just a sneak peek of what's to come. And Dookie Booty big mad online talking about they lost because I wasn't on the ballot. If I was on the ballot, we would have won. That's not how that works, Dookie. They lost because you the motherfucking president. They lost because you they party leader and you threatening to starve Americans to get your fucking way. You helped Republicans lose with your bullshit. But congratulations to Mom Donnie and all you New Yorkers. Y'all got y'all a good one. Y'all better hold on to him because a lot of us want to kidnap Mom Donnie and bring him to our city. And you better come through, Mom Donnie. You was talking that talk. Now it's time to walk the walk.
Hey, what happened? Democrats won several major elections, gaining control in key states and cities. And this is a historic sweep. Wow. The Republican Party, closely tied to Trump's image, suffered heavy losses. So, in reaction, Trump posted angry and emotional messages online and blaming others and denying responsibility. He blamed losses on things like his name not being on the ballots. He demanded drastic changes, such as ending mailing voting and then removing the filibuster. Then his tone was angry, defensive, and urgent, showing clear frustration, and he exaggerated and made questionable claims like needing ID to buy groceries. And what this shows about Trump is that he reveals ego and insecurity. Trump ties his identity to victory. So losing makes him feel like it's a personal attack. Now his meltdown shows lack of accountability, preferring to blame others instead of analyzing party weaknesses. And this also reflects fear of losing influence within his own party as Democrats gain ground. What this means for the Republican Party is that the meltdown exposes division inside the GOP. Some are still loyal to Trump, and others want a new direction. Constant anger and blame may also push moderate voters away without a clear message. The party may repeat losing in future elections. So, what this means for the Democrats means that it boosts their confidence and shows stronger voters' support to their policies. And it gives a signal that voters want calmer and more stable leadership compared to Trump's chaos. So Democrats can use this momentum to strengthen their position for the next national election. Now, the bigger picture politically is that it shifts the public mood away from extreme rhetoric. And personally, for Trump, it's a blow to his pride and image of always winning. Philosophically, this shows that power built under fear eventually collapses under truth. So, in short, Trump's meltdown shows frustration, denial, and loss of control after a major Democratic victory. And this highlights deep cracks in the Republican strategy and a public that may be turning towards steadier, less divisive leadership. So, what's your thought on this? Let me get your thought on this. And don't forget that this video is also for educational purposes and not to lash on anyone. If it's the first time of coming here, please do subscribe to my channel, like, share, turn on your notification bell so that you keep getting heads up from me and updates. With this being said, I also say that credit belongs to the owners of the clips and stitches that have been attached to this video. For now, I'll say peace and love. Drop your comments in the comment section. Don't forget, for now, until my next one, see you